cornered you in the lounge and wouldn't let you out until you told her your secret?
Who,
I was
me?
there, I witnessed. It was getting ugly.
I forgot about that.
Well, I'm gonna start, and then if somebody comes in later, we can go from there.
Okay.
Mine all worked, by the way.
Awesome.
Was that you that said we had to all get them out? Oh, that was Mary.
That was Mary. Yeah.
I haven't done mine
Mine were.
She's gonna find you.
All right,
She's
yeah.
gonna find you.
Because I used the toilet.
We'll start walking the halls. Where?
yet. They're there, they're just, I haven't got them out yet.
So kind of give me an idea of what you want reviewed. I mean, we can go through registering, or are you comfortable with registering, or?
Can you go
Mine
through
are
that again?
registered.
Okay, let's do that.
Don't you have yours registered, Mary?
Well, I did
Well, you probably
last
do,
year,
but-
but I don't know, some of them get the wrong numbers and like, forget it.
Now,
Too much
I
work.
like to go to this view browsers. I don't know if you guys use that or not, but what that does is it opens this piece right here. And usually it's not that big. There it goes. Oops. I'm gonna shrink it up a little bit so it doesn't take all the screen. But the reason I like that is because like when we do the results, like on a self-paced test, it shows up in that bottom left-hand corner of the browser. This also is a shortcut to being able to, the voting browser, and like if you click on there, that gives you that registration piece where you can assign them or register them. Okay,
Okay,
so
what-
I clicked on this right here, this icon. Let me close this again so we,
Yeah.
okay. I went up to view, the menu at the top, and then browsers. And that's just my preference, you don't have to do it, there's all kinds of ways to do the things you're looking for. But then you click on this voting browser, which gives us this piece right here, this active expression devices.
Did it say voting?
If you hold your mouse over it, it says voting browsers.
Does it look like one of these?
It looks just like one of those.
It looks like one of these.
And what it does is it opens this window talking about your devices. Not window, but a little toolbar. And on the left-hand side, the one that looks like a clipboard, kind of like when you're at a track meet and you have to register. You go with a guy with a clipboard, okay? That gives you this window of registration. And do we not have your hub on? Because usually it
Yeah.
tells us how many are registered.
It's in there. It's plugged in.
Does it have to be off the floor?
Off the floor?
Oh, it was plugged
Oh.
So it may
Okay.
not be registering?
Huh.
Hmm.
We might have to
Okay.
go register.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Let me see if I click on this one. I get any registration.
Can't you just plug them right into
It
your,
was plugged in.
It is plugged in. That's why I'm not, usually it tells how many have been registered, so
Oh.
it gives 3 windows and lists how many you have and how many have been registered. And we're not getting a signal whatsoever. So,
Have you used them already this
I
year?
had.
Hey, mine doesn't have a cord like that.
Mine just
is it
goes-
like a
Mine
little
just
thing you?
plugs right into
Oh, you're
the-
plugging right in
Yeah,
here?
I just plug it
Yes.
right into the
Yeah,
tower.
Oh,
me
you know
too.
what? I didn't have it all the way. Small technical difficulty.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
There we are.
Oh.
It helps to have it plugged in all the way. So now,
Yeah,
there's what I
There
want
we
to
go,
show.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be if you wanted to erase and start over. I'm not gonna click that.
Oh,
This tells you how many you have registered, so you know that. And then, of course, if you have the other pieces. Okay? And if you wanted to assign students specific devices, that's what this one would be, the far right-hand side. And that's what, you could give them names and you can assign them a PIN number. The high school kids have a tendency to do that more so, that way they can have their name attached to the results instead of a number. Like you guys probably all have them pick up a certain number.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that way you know who it is.
Mhm.
We've had, I think it was last year, Staleska had them assigned bogus names, you know, inventors or science people or something. And so then it was a kind of an anonymous way of doing things because they had a name attached without their student name showing up. So anyway, we won't go through that, but that is there if you'd like to investigate that, and we can walk you through it when you want to do it. But I'm not gonna confuse that situation. This is gonna be the results when you take a test or collect results, it will show up down here. Have you guys done that, like a self-paced test to give results?
I wanna learn how to do it. I wanna hear it again.
Okay,
I've heard it.
all right. First, let's go through the tornado drill. I just love that. So I'm in an empty screen with nothing displayed. You could verbally do an on-your-fly or tornado drill by clicking on it, and it gives you this. You guys are familiar with that.
Yeah.
And then, how do you guys usually do it? Do you use like multiple choice or yes, no, or
I actually have them text answers to some of mine.
okay on the fly like this, or that's what you're
Yeah.
saying, where you pick like ABC or
Yeah.
okay. So if we did like a 3-question results here, it would give us the ability to have like 3 choices. Or if you did ABC, that's like where they type it in. Is that kind of the?
Well, I do that with my vocabulary.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else do that?
I've texted for adjectives, because we did that in
I guess I've never made up a test.
So I did it in my
on
classroom.
Is that what we're talking about?
I did that.
Am I
No,
confusing
I did
everybody?
too.
No, that's
No, I
that
have
vocabulary, like
I
the
have
spelling
never-
test.
It's
type?
the ones that come up from the, I've never made,
No.
have you guys made up a test?
No.
No.
That's what I don't know how to do.
That's what I
Okay,
wanna learn
okay.
how to
So
do.
this on the fly is kind of what you guys
Yeah.
do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And have you, let me stop this one and. Wanna retry? No. Okay, so this would be the results, but we didn't do that.
Yeah.
If you had one, well, let's just do one where we create, it's not recording.
I just said, are we being recorded?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes, it's recording. Well, it's supposed to be recording. Hopefully it's recording. But anyway, we can go to insert and questions. All right, this is where you guys want to know how to do the tests so they're printed on the screen or on the device. First, we're going to do where it's on the screen. So they will see the question in front of them. They can respond, and we can put the results right on the flip chart. Okay?
Would this
with
be
me?
the set up a question in advance?
Yes. Yes. I should have a handout to make sure that when I say yes, it really is yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is where we're making up a test.
This would be a one, this would not be where they take it themselves. This would be like when you're presenting the information and everybody wants to answer that question and they can read it. Okay.
Ah.
So it could be like a review or an entrance slip, you know, like if you ask a question that dealt with yesterday's material or earlier in the day, and then you get the results and everybody can see the results.
Ah.
Okay, so in answer to your question, this one, we will be doing, this is kind of misleading, but yes, we're gonna do part of this for a single question, and then we'll show you how to do a self-paced question or test, as they may say. Okay, so I'm gonna go one more time. I went to insert, menu, and then I went to the questions. And this takes you to your list of questions that you can enter. Have you guys seen this before, sorta? Okay. I'm gonna show you the way I prefer to do it, even though I don't use these, because I don't have these, but you might have other ways of doing this that work better for you. But I'm gonna click where it says, type a question here. And then we're gonna type in a question. So, what would be something that you might ask your kids? Any kind of question.
What are the 3 ships of Columbus?
Hope you know that.
We just did it today.
Okay,
still
did I
fresh.
spell that right? What are the 3 ships?
And what do they
of
say? The
Columbus?
Mayflower.
Good enough?
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
A lot of them did. I gave them.
Then I'm gonna click where it says question type. You have the choice now of right here using whatever kind of response you want. Do you want them to do multiple choice? You give them the options. Do you want, well in this case we can't use yes or no because obviously that wouldn't make sense. Or do you want a text or whatever? So let's do the multiple choice. And then I prefer to work in the right hand side. That's my comfort zone. Here's where you select the type of question at the very top. We already did that over here, but if you didn't do it over here, you could still do it over here. They're the exact same thing. Here's your question. So we typed it in over here, it appeared over here. So far, so good? All right. Then we have, right now, 6 possible answers. If you only want them to have 3, I'm going to go down here to the red X and get rid of it. See how they're disappearing?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 3 choices now. And option 1 would be, somebody give me an answer.
Pinta.
Oh, sure. Well, you not capitalize. Okay.
So you're gonna need 3 answers for everyone, right? Pinta.
Well, we're gonna need another answer here, so what would you like to put in?
She wants 3 right answers though, I think, so.
We only need, you
No,
want.
but don't you need 3 for A and 3 for B?
Got you. So you want a list of 3 in here.
So that one would be the Pinta, the Nina, and the Santa Maria.
Now we have to come up with some frogs.
Now we need Mayflower and,
Santa Maria and the Pinta.
yeah, like mix them
Okay,
up.
so you want Mayflower here.
Titanic, the Arizona.
The Titanic would be good. The
Titanic.
Constitution.
I can't even think here. Constitution.
Oh, we can.
Does your front lights turn off?
Okay.
No, but
And
I'm like that
Do
too.
you want me to turn all of the lights off? Because I just have the one switch. Is it too hard to read? You guys? Okay, fine.
Is it gonna reflect?
They quit
It's okay.
complaining.
I
It's
had,
okay.
on Tuesday I turned the light off and then she said the video was way too dark. So I thought we'd go
Oh,
with
yeah.
brilliantly bright and
Oh.
see if we can
That's
find
okay.
happy medium.
Because what we are, brilliant.
There you are. Sweet answer. Okay, so what do we want to put here?
Arizona.
Whoops, no capitalization.
Titanic. Oh, you got the.
Arizona. We'll do Titanic
And
again.
Nina.
And, I should have an A in there. So, Nina, Pinta. Is that what you want?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and we'll put an and in here. Obviously, I'm not an English teacher. And it doesn't matter if it's correct or not. That's just me being dumb. Okay, so correct choice. So you have to have that in there, or it won't grade it for you. And then down here, number of responses required. So you only want them to have 1 answer, so you leave it at 1. You wanted to assign the correct answer. That's why we checked that. And some other time you might want to use this follow-on question. That's especially in the self-paced situations. When they answer a certain way, it goes to another page. But we're not going to go there with this, but that's what that is. And that's what this next piece here would be, and we're not going to go into that right now. But that's where that's at. Okay, then I'm just going to go with plain text. But there are some templates you could use for what we're doing. But I'm going to click plain text. Okay, maybe I will. And here's the piece that's different between what we're doing right now and what we're going to do next. There's an apply button and a done button. In what we're doing right now, where it's going to show on the screen, we're going to click done. So this is where everybody at the same time can see it on the whiteboard. At least that's the plan. Okay, so it says page 1 of 2. So to advance my page, refresh my memory, there should be an arrow. This one.
Nope, next one.
That one. Here. That wasn't what I expected to see there. I am supposed to be able to see my question.
Do you have to hit the play button?
It's giving me a record instead of Okay, something I messed up.
Is it somehow in white letters?
Did you have to click apply first?
Well, we can try that. Usually when you click apply, it's going to continue. Oh, get rid of my.
Oh, there
Okay,
they are.
page 1, question. And it should bring them up, but I'm not seeing it. Because when you click done, it's going to put it on the screen. And what did I forget? If you click apply, then what it does is it puts it into the devices for them to read themselves.
Oh.
So, maybe I have this wrong. Let's see if we turn them on and see if they show up. Because if, this is usually a self-paced when it shows up white like this.
Yours are different than ours.
Are they?
Where's our power button? Usually it's bottom right. Oh, it's upper left. Okay, so I'm on page 1, and I can see that because of the upper right-hand corner. And here's my green button that will start this. And it shows ABC.
Yeah, that's all we got.
And that's what the display choices should be up here on the screen. So, sorry about that, I messed up. I don't know what I messed up. It could be, like you said, white on white instead of
I've done
black
that
text.
before.
So it could
Invisible
be that.
ink.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm on the right page because that's what I checked when I went back. So, all in all, I'll have to figure this one out. But what it should do is give them the choice of picking A, B, or C. They see A or B or C on the screen, and then they answer. So let's just pick an answer, even though you guys already know the answer. Not everybody can be correct, so I will do the wrong one. And it sends it. And you can see up there, the yellow ones are the ones that are answering. And I didn't realize this, you probably already know this, but if you don't use, like, say, these, you can X them out. And so every question you ask, they won't come back up. You don't have to worry about that. So I thought that was pretty exciting. See, I don't use these, so I get enjoyment out of the smallest things. Okay. All right, so we got all 5 of us, right? Oops. I thought there were 6 of us. What number do I have? I have 2.
I have 6.
5.
What didn't come through?
4 is still over there.
It's up there.
Oh, no, there is. Okay. Now here's your stop. So we're done collecting. And you want them to retry? No. And there's our results.
Wow.
And you can break it down to who answered what. Okay, here's letter A. Here's your users. Letter B, letter C. Or you can, go into how long it took for responses. And you can do pie chart if that's something that you need to know. Okay, let's go back to who answered what. And then you have these choices over here. This is the time element, how fast they responded, in case you are concerned that it's taking everybody a long time to figure it out. You might need to review it. This one is going to correct answer. This one will actually copy it into the flip chart. And then this one allows you to paste it into like a Word document. So if I click this one that looks like the device on top of a flip chart, so far I'm batting 0 for 1, so we'll see if it shows up. It's supposed to.
There's A.
Why is A in there? A, B, C.
Oh.
What in the world? That is different. Okay. Paste vote results is now putting it where it belongs. I have it backwards. This is the actual graph. This is the results, and you can roll over it. So I had it backwards. I apologize. You can roll over to get how long and how many. So now that I totally confused you, it's going to be, the results will be on the farthest right hand side that'll paste it in. And then you could go to the next page, like we could switch to the next page and ask another question. Well, that one already pasted the stuff in. We could ask another question by hitting the tornado and then doing a text question. And let's just type in, because it's just a text question, what's your favorite color? And just type in the response that you wanted. And then you hit send.
Yeah, these are really different than ours, because ours just has a keyboard.
Yeah. This is the first set, right? And the keyboard is
Yeah.
the one that was newer.
What do you
And then
hit?
there's the eggs
Answer
or the
then?
active votes that only have 1 or 2 choices for the elementary, at the low elementary.
Like, I hate it when you have to find
So,
the way.
so that other question that was up there, about the 3 ships, so do I put that question up there before they come in the room for class?
You can, or you can.
Or could I just type it right then and there?
That's doing ahead of time so that you can just display it.
So that one was just like right then and there.
This one we just did verbally.
Okay.
Is doing it right when you're in the middle of something and say, let's see what, what you have
And
to
so
say.
then they're watching me type all that in.
Yep.
Okay.
And where the other one, you can have multiple questions on different pages,
Mhm.
and then display one, discuss it, respond, and then display the next page and discuss
Oh.
it and get
That sounds
responses.
hard.
So, all right, so then this one, we're done, so I'm gonna hit the red button. And we don't want them to retry. And here's our results again.
They all said
Oh
blue.
gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
That is unbelievable.
Someone
That
cheated.
is really weird.
Three mice think
I almost put
alike.
yellow, but then I put blue.
Wow. Okay, now this is
Wow,
where
that
I
is-
messed up last time. This far right-hand side is the one that puts it on the flip chart. Okay? This one is the one that put the answers that you could roll over and see results as far as how fast and things like that. So word seed is like if you had them type in, well, let's just do it, see. See
Yeah,
how
it
the
comes
blue is
on
there? And you can see who answers? Have you done
Oh.
that before?
Word seed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. See, and I guess I don't do enough. So this is the one that puts the graph in it. So whatever, like if we wanted a pie chart instead, we go down here, or a text report. I've not seen that one, let's try that one. Yeah, that's boring. Okay. So we could put that in there and say, paste it in, and now I close this, now you can see the word, and you can see the results. And that's all from on the fly. Are we okay with that, or we have some questions?
I guess that's a good way to just quickly check on things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
never knew you could do that.
We just have to figure out how to get the questions up there, because verbally doing it is fine if your kids remember what you asked or want to
Yeah.
respond to. And having it up there where they can read it and then respond might be, especially multiple choice where they have to remember and you don't
Yeah.
want to repeat it 5 different times. So, okay,
Can't you just type in a question using that big
right
T?
here. You could,
That is a
yeah,
T.
you could.
That is a T.
As long as you type it with
And
no
then-
typos, yeah.
And then you could word seed it or whatever and send it,
Mhm.
maybe it's texted in.
Because this will put it right on the screen. The T would put it right on the screen.
Yeah, the T would put it right on the screen right away.
So can you try that?
Yeah.
I want to know the easiest way to do it.
So, I'll just put this. Oh, okay, we got yellow here. Let's do something we can see. See if we change that back to black. There we go. That's question, and you can change
Pull it, yep.
that way. And then if you wanted to give them a choice, like a, I don't know, blue, since we all like, blue. And then B, you could say is yellow. And then you could have C equals red. And then you would do the on your fly again, only this time picking 3 choices, like that. And there we go. Now we just take these up again and we'd answer A, B, or C, because you're gonna get your choices here of A, B, or C. You wanna try that? You're looking like you have a question.
No. So, but if you would have, you could have typed the question, right?
Yes, I did. I was just being lazy.
Oh, I see. That
I
was
just,
the
yeah,
question, okay.
whatever you would have put there.
Is that what you do then, Julie?
I don't give them a multiple choice. I just type in the question and then I have them text
What the
The answer.
that word up there. And then when that comes up, I do the word seed and all their words are up on the chart.
Where's that word seed
Okay,
now?
so that's
Yeah.
when we do results. I'm gonna do the results. I know we're not in because I didn't do it, but when you do the results, is this middle one right here that looks like the device on a piece of paper. And if you hold your mouse there, it actually says
It says
word
word
seed.
seed.
And then what does that do?
That puts anything that they've texted onto your flip chart.
Okay, but how do you get them to text the answer to that? Like, this is a test
I go to the
question.
tornado
You go to the
and I do
tornado.
A, B, C.
And then that's.
And that gives them the choice of typing in here.
Okay.
So if we type one in now.
Well, see, I didn't do text. I did
Oh,
multiple
we have
choice.
to ABC, but the ABCs are gonna come up all over the, is that what you're saying?
Whatever they texted you.
Whatever they.
You wanna try this again?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do
that's
this.
a different question, like our
Okay.
middle names or something.
Let's do a new page here.
Then we can't have the same answer.
Well, there's our question. There was our
Oh,
question we
there
did.
it was.
How did that, anyway, on to a new one. All right, so we're going to, you wanted to type in the question, right? So what would you like to type in here? So make, it's kind of like what you've done. What have you done in the past?
Use Aaron's.
Let's do our middle names, so they're different, hopefully.
What is your middle name?
Now if we all have the same one, that's just
Okay,
weird.
and this is the part you were asking about. When you come down here, you use a text, ABC text. Okay, we're all together so far?
Yep.
All right. Now, at this point, when you look at your screen, it should give you a box and you just type in. That means I have to remember my
Yep.
middle name.
The lower left arrow makes it capital.
Oh.
Lower left.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think you have to hit it again to make it not capital.
And send. Oh, well, this is exciting. This will be fun. Five. Yeah, one more.
That's because I'm trying to make it not capital.
I didn't either, I just made a
And
capital.
it won't go back to normal. Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry.
There it goes. All right, so we
Okay.
stop.
Sorry.
Oh,
Two E's.
yeah. And here's your word seed that you're asking about. And if I move this out of the way,
It's out, yeah.
see how they all.
Oh, so all the answers are gonna come up
It'll
there.
come up,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you're brainstorming something,
Yeah.
that'd be a cool
Sure.
way, or
Yeah.
taking a, you know, an inventory of some kind of response. That would be sweet.
Put in a proper noun.
Yeah.
Adjective.
Like, list a proper noun, and then they all
Describe-
come
you
up
can
and you
tell
can
them
tell if
to
they're proper.
describe
But you don't know
you.
who put what up there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think if you hover over it, it shows you who
Yep,
put
it
what.
shows you the name and how long it's.
Dangerous.
It shows who put that one.
Oh, so number 2 put Ray up there?
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh.
So that way you know.
So you know who was
You
wrong then?
know if someone didn't capitalize their proper noun, or
Or if
if
they
it
wrote
wasn't
something
even
down.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even do that.
Yeah.
And as long as you know which number relates to which student, that'd be a
Yeah.
quick
Yeah,
view of
numbered.
what they know or don't know.
Yeah, that's really good.
So that was that middle one again, right here, that word seed. If you hold your mouse there, it'll tell you. That's sweet, that's a cool
Yeah, I
way to
like
collect
that.
information and at the same time test to see, like you said, if they capitalized their.
Yeah.
And the
proper
kids
noun.
like that.
And they, just real quick, then I don't have to make a question in
Yeah, yeah, real quick, that's nice.
So that word's.
And it
even-
could interrupt in any kind of a lecture or activity or anything that you can do, that's why it's an on the fly.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's fun. And you could still paste in the results if you thought it was necessary, you know, if that's what you want. Otherwise, you can close this and it's gone. Okay. Are we ready for the next one? Okay. I'm gonna close this because I got so many scribbles in it. No, I'm not gonna save it. And I'm gonna do a new flip chart. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the question mark, tornado, on the fly, whatever you wanna call it. So this is the self-paced test that I'm gonna show you. And that's where every student sees the question and answers on their device, and they work it or answer it at their own pace. That's what this is gonna be. You will not see anything on the board whatsoever. So you don't even need the board on, because everything's gonna display on the device. Now, it's going to show me as a teacher how they're answering, how fast they're getting done, so that's why I would not want the projector on. Because you don't want the students to see that, you know, student 2 is taking a long time on question 4 or whatever. So, this one, you start out the same way we did when we tried it the first time, and that was to go to insert questions. click on where there's a question. Do you remember this part?
Yeah.
It's good so far?
So you could do this ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And in fact, if you get, you know, so that you have tests that are already been done, like in exam views or, you know, pre-created, there's a lot of them that will import directly. So you don't have to retype them all.
Ooh, can you show us how to do
If I can remember, there
Okay.
is a import questions from ExamView, Excel, or QTI or IMS. And when you do, then you point to that file and it imports the questions. So that one we'd have to play with a little
it?
bit.
Okay.
But I know it's there and it's been used, so it does work. It just depends on the format of your test, and you know, it's one of those things that we have to kind of play with. Okay, so question is, you want to do which is a correct shift, or what do you want to do? Something different? You guys do prime numbers or what? Vocabulary?
Capital of Nebraska?
Okay, there you go. Okay, and once I click into question type, it automatically brings that up. And again, you can put as many or as few as you want here. I just do the magic 3 because it's easier for now. And option 1, what do we want to do? Do we
Join.
Omaha.
gracious sakes. Oops. And I have to have it recorded, of course, I can't type. But
North Platte.
okay.
Wait a minute, do we only get 3 answers?
Oh, you want a 4th? We can do a
We
4th.
need Lincoln in there somewhere.
We gotta have Lincoln in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, we have the right answer over there.
We don't have the right
Yeah,
answer
well,
yet.
Let me see if I can put it right in here, or if it'll create it for us.
say, I didn't think Omaha.
There, see how I'd already corrected it? And by
Yeah.
typing it, it brought it back up here.
Okay.
What a savior. There's our correct answer. And we have 4 answers. We only need 1. We took care of this. You can set a time limit, but again, that's gonna be under your own discretion if you want the kids to be limited, or if you wanna just let them take the test as long as they need to take the test. You just leave that alone. As you get better at this, you can have a follow-on question, so if you want them to explain or move on to something that's connected to the first question, we talked about that a little bit ago. Okay, it's going to be a plain text, that's the way I'm gonna do it. If you click here, it really, this is more for on the screen, and maybe that's where I screwed up the last one. But anyway, we're gonna do a plain text. And this is the part that's important. If you click apply, it'll let you continue to put questions in the left-hand side, which is what a self-paced test is all about. As soon as you click done, it thinks you want a new page. And it's gonna put a new question on a new page, and that's not self-paced. It will not show up on the devices that way. Okay, so we're gonna say apply. We're gonna come over here and type in a new question. Somebody got one?
Is it a capital test, or are we doing capital of something else?
What's the capital of South Dakota?
Oops. It's gonna test us.
Yeah,
Just to
if
see
we
if
do
we
50
can-
states and capitals.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
do
We can
here.
cheat and look
It was
better
South
there.
Dakota. It was capital South Dakota.
Here.
Here.
Okay, so what do you guys wanna put?
Fargo.
That one, Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
Yeah. Sioux City.
And Pierre.
And that's correct?
Yeah.
Oh, we're already stuck in a 4th answer is the correct one. And then I'm gonna get rid of this one, and I'm gonna get rid of this one. So we already been through all this, we kinda understand how that goes. Now, notice this came up, we never saw this test properties before. Because now it knows you're doing a self-paced test, because we clicked apply, and it's letting us put all these questions, just like a test, one right after another. So the test title would go here, and you could put a description, you could do a time limit if you wanted. I'm gonna get rid of that because we don't want a time limit. Or maybe we have to do a time limit. Put a number back in there. So we'll just do a 15-minute time limit. Maybe we don't want to, because we won't be at this one very long. Okay, question here, allow students to navigate the question set. Do you want them to be able to go through the questions multiple times as far as skip one, come back to it, that type of thing, or not? That's the way I understand this question to be, or this check mark. Do you want to control the progress through the levels? And do you want them to be able to go back and retry when it marks it incorrect? So that's kind of up to you how you mark those things. I'm gonna just mark this one, and we'll see what results happen, and then we can go back and change it and see how that changes. Okay? Are you running into questions yet? I mean, we could change this so you can see, what are we doing, capital question or capital test? And you could have a description if you wanted, of all 50 states or whatever. And then if I click apply, it will give us a chance to do yet another question.
Do you have to hit replace the page content?
Only to select plain text. By default, I believe it just is, but we'll do that to make sure. You guys want to do a third question?
So every time you hit apply, you can add another question.
Correct. And it's going to be self-contained on here. It will not display up there. That's the one that really freaked me out when I was first helping people with this, because we'd spend time putting questions in, but we hit done, apply and done, apply and done. That's what I forgot to do. You're right. We have to hit apply and then done. And then they, you know, it would not show up on the screen because we kept hitting apply, apply, apply. And then we open the flip chart and it's blank and it's like, where are the questions? Kind of like today. So if you hit apply and done, it goes to a new page. If you hit apply and then apply and apply, it goes to a question on the same page. Okay. So we're going to hit apply. And then we're going to hit done. We only have 2 questions in our self-pacing. Unless you guys want to do a third
No.
question. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a self-paced. It'll show up here. So I'm going to click done. Here's my test name. In the description, if you had some directions, you don't have to include those. You can erase them. Okay? When I turn this on, oh, come on. There it comes. You should see the questions. Oh, I didn't start the test. Oops, yeah. I'm going, it's not showing up. Okay,
It's not working.
green button for go. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Now you can see it on yours.
Oh.
This is what the teacher's seeing.
Cool.
So if it takes me a long time to answer a question,
You have to scroll down. You have to scroll. Put
Yeah.
the down arrow.
This one?
Oh, the down arrow. Oh, there's Lincoln.
Wait, where do you scroll?
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it says answer, I have to type in.
no, if you hit answer, then it'll give you A, B, C, D.
Oh.
And if you didn't like it, you can, I think it's on the right side that you can go back.
More questions.
Wait, did this come up then? A, B, C, D?
Yeah.
Why did that come up?
What question?
So you can choose the answer. Which
Well, I was supposed to read them first, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
That's all right, I just answered the same one about 3 times because I didn't put answer, I
Okay.
just,
I was gonna say, I didn't realize.
I forgot.
Okay.
No more questions, so that means I'm done.
So I kept answering the wrong one and it kept making me redo it. So if it makes you redo it, you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
Basically.
I thought I only
Okay.
answered one, but
I'm number 5.
Here's it. 6, 7, 3, 2,
You have to send
1.
it. There's a
I did. I got the no more questions thing.
Are you over here?
I feel like I only answered one of the questions.
Can you go back?
What do I want to do?
Go back.
That's me, right? Number 1?
Number 1, is that your,
Correct answer 1. All right, now I can't get,
so did you know more questions came up to you?
yeah, but the question 2 came up, but I didn't get to push D because no more questions came up.
Oh, you know what? I did a time limit of a minute or so.
Oh.
Remember? I did, because I
Oh.
raised the 5 minutes.
Oh.
So now everybody got cut off, whether you're done or not.
Oh.
That's why. Okay, so that was not a
that
good
makes
choice.
sense then.
Okay. Then here you can
Lightning.
see, these are the ones that if they're green without an X, that means they're correct. With a red X, that means they're wrong. Plus as you scroll, I left mine sit for a long time so you could see the difference, the length of the bar. They spent a lot of time on it. And you can also go through here and, because I didn't X all those people out that we aren't using. See how it gives what the answer was and response time. And we set it so they could retry if it was wrong. Like you were saying, as long as it was incorrect, it kept taking me back to the
Yeah.
wrong answer, or going back to it. Or you could, instead of going entire class, you could pick on a person. So I will pick on, I think that's myself. So you could see how I answered and what order I answered, or you could look at just a question number. Question number. Right now I'm sorting by question number, how I did it, or I could go by my whole class. You could only show only incorrect. I mean, there's all kinds of things here. You could change incorrect answers, and then you'd see which answers were incorrect by whom. So you have a lot of different results here. Okay? So, should we try it one more time and see, this time without a time limit?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can do graphs, I forgot about that, there's buttons and graphs and things like that. So I'm gonna go to insert questions. And our 2 questions are there. So we don't have to recreate them. There's my second question. And then right here, that's what stopped us, because I put a minute there. So we'll change that to 10 minutes so we can stop it ourselves. So we're going to take off the retry, so you get a different response there. And do you want to try it where they can navigate, see what that's like? Or you want to leave everything off? What do you want to see?
Well, let's do that.
Okay. Here's our properties if you wanted to give them feedback. We're going to hit apply. We're going to hit done. Here's our test. This time I know to hit the green button. And we won't be cut off. Notice now I have a navigate button. Did you guys see that? On your,
Check your answers. How do you answer yes or no? If you want to check your answers.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
How do you
How do you
answer?
get one back?
you know,
I don't know.
I get answered it wrong and I want to go back, but one.
I don't.
so
just
don't hit
says-
clear because then it says no
Don't.
more questions.
Okay.
Is there an
So-
enter? Enter?
I tried to enter and mine didn't do anything with enter.
I was kind of looking for yes or no.
I wonder if you had to. That's a tough one there. Did anybody get a chance to go back to navigate? Or did you try navigate before you got to the end of the third question?
Well, maybe I have to try the second question first.
Seems like we should be able to navigate before you answer the last question.
But I don't know what to do.
How do you do
after
it? It
that.
says, do you want to check your answers?
Well, that's as far as I got, and then when I hit clear, I was done. So clear is not the
Don't
choice.
do that.
Okay.
Is there a-
Those arrows don't work.
Arrows didn't take me back because I tried that, and the enter key didn't take me back. So that's a question for the help menu to see how we do that. But the navigate, like when you were answering, you could navigate back before you answered, and if you wanted to reread the question or.
Oh, after
So
I answered.
I thought it would be when you were done and want to
Yeah.
navigate back, but I'm not getting that response here, so. How are we doing? Are we ready to hit
Yes.
done or
Yeah.
is everybody done? All right, so I'm gonna hit stop here because we didn't run out of time. Do you want to save the partial results? Yes. What that's gonna do is put it off to the right-hand side, so we can go back to it. Okay, we could view it now if we wanted. I'm gonna hit close. And then I'm gonna go back to my view browser. And then this plus sign right here gives us our results of both attempts, this one and this one. This was the latest one. This is our first one. And this was our second one. And as long as I save this flip chart, those results will stay there. So you could have 4 different classes or 3 different attempts or whatever you wanted. And then if you don't want them, you can then go in and delete them. You can remove all, or you can remove this, or you can export it into Excel and print it out in case you want to talk to parents about the results, or. So, what kind of questions come to mind? Want to try it one more time without the navigate? Or do you get kind of the gist of things? Or
Can we figure out how come,
wouldn't navigate?
yeah, no more questions, or do you wanna check? Cause when they get to it, like, I can't do anything.
Let's go to help and. Is there a search? There we go. Maybe I should use student navigation, maybe? Let's just try student navigation. This help, it doesn't give you the help you need.
Aaron, do yours look like this?
Yeah. Yours don't though?
Ours must be, ours must be a little bit different.
Yeah, ours are newer, I think.
Yeah, kinda nice, cause ours is like a keyboard.
Oh, is it?
Like, they don't have to do H like Total. Yeah, it's like ABC.
Oh, that's
Nice.
This is like the old cell phone.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
that 3
yeah.
times,
Yes.
right, so we can drink, and yes, and then we get the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's
I
really
know.
frustrating.
Cause they were excited when I got them off finally.
Oh, I bet.
And they were like, wow, these are better. And I'm like, well, what do you guys have? Don't you have these? I couldn't remember, but then I remember these now. We used to have these.
Oh.
And everybody got a set. They gave us all the old ones.
Do you guys have these, or do you have the eggs?
No, the second grade has eggs.
They have the eggs, that's why I never got these out, cause first of all, the eggs never worked over there. So, and then when I got here, it's like, this is all Greek to me.
Is the egg like just, you just push a button?
Yeah, it's just, it looks like an egg and.
And you don't have as many choices, right? I mean,
No.
it's like yes or no, or
Yes or no.
1 or 2 or something.
And they could never get them registered with our Promethean board, so I was like, good.
It's
Well,
like
I will have to
one-
do some checking on the navigation piece, because in that help menu, it didn't help out. So I'll have to do a little looking, or maybe Mary knows, she might have tried that before. I just assumed that that's what it meant. I mean, you can navigate during the time going back and forth, but I would want to be able to navigate back in the questions I
After I
skipped.
answered
Of course, I didn't skip any. Did you guys skip any?
No, but I answered it wrong, and then I thought I could navigate back.
Oh, to change your mind.
To change my mind, and you can't.
So that's something to do. We'll have to find out. What other kinds of things what time is it? I don't even want to take you.
4:25.
Okay. What kinds of things that we didn't cover, or do you want to go back over, or are you?
I think it's good to just do
Kind of a
my stuff.
simple question, I think. If I typed up something in my Word document, can I put that on there or not?
Well, you can put it on your flip chart, copy and paste it as a text on your flip chart,
Okay.
or copy and paste them into the question area. But as far as importing them quickly,
Okay.
as far as I know, Word doesn't just pull in, because it
Okay.
needs the separations of like a CSV file or an Excel file or a exam view
What
file.
if you had it on your Word document and then you went that blue thing with the squiggles on it, that shows the desktop, to the left one more.
Oh, where you,
it shows you.
Is that the one where you did the,
Yeah, so like you could see it on your Word document. Can you still do questions now, even without the background?
should be able to because you have your tool, whoops, not your text tool. Where is our, there should be, where's the tornado? There it is.
Oh,
So,
that's okay.
sorry, I really picked up on that one. So the Word document, okay, let me open Word, because this would be what you're talking about. We just open, oh, here's Word. Well, so I don't keep doing that. Okay, so here's your Word document, and here's your toolbar. So now you see the question, you hit your express poll, and you could have them do whatever you want there.
Okay.
There's also, and I don't remember where that is, there's the blind, like the window shade,
Oh, yeah.
where you can
Oh,
hide
the
things.
revealer.
Yeah, where is that
Yeah,
at?
that's there. It's right
It's up on
next
the
to the
top.
tool.
Looks like a
arrow.
window shade.
Right
there
there.
it is.
You
The
pull
back
left,
up
Right by the arrow.
Oh, this
right
one.
Yeah.
Because I know that like Alma Cortez used that a lot to just reveal a little at a time.
Yeah.
Especially if you were talking about doing this Word document, you could cover everything except the question that you wanted and then reveal the next and the next. So that would be cool. That just goes like this and then
You pull it down,
is
down,
down,
up.
down.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is with that is that you can't go from side to side.
can't.
But no, at the
Oh,
same
not
time,
the two things.
yeah, you know, so you
Yeah.
just block out a square.
Yeah.
So, and that was that revealer there. And then this is the desktop annotation, so
annotate
you
on
can
the
be able to see what's on your desktop, like you were talking about your Word document or any kind of,
And then you just go.
even a picture if you had something circled on pictures or something that you wanted to identify. I was thinking of like your maps when you're talking about capitals and, because you could circle it or point to it, you know, with an arrow and then
What
ask
state is
them.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that'd be another way to do that. Did you have another question, Marilyn? You were kind of starting to say something.
No, I forgot. I don't really remember what I was gonna say.
So could you like put up a picture and then go to do the word seed thing? And that work? Like if you took a picture out of your picture file, annotate over the desktop, and then?
Still
See the
paste your
results.
words on
I would think so, but let's take a look. We want, because we don't want Word opened anymore, right? You're thinking in terms of like a
Like,
Google
just-
picture or something,
yeah.
or
Like
it
picture
should
of the
even
day.
show on this, I would think. Whether
Couldn't you import the picture onto a flip chart?
For sure, that would definitely work.
and then you could do
And
the
then
word
you
seed.
could
Word seed over the
word
top.
seed.
Yep. But I would even wonder if you couldn't do it here, because you're seeing your desktop, and then you do this, wherever it went. I hit it. Is that a reveal? Let's see. There it is, down here, hiding over here.
Oh, there.
And then we could do that text. If you guys are up for it, let's give it a shot and see.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it on again.
Are those lavender field? Is that a lavender field?
Yeah.
Is that a real picture you took?
It's just one of the Windows
Yeah.
samplers. So what are we texting? Just a favorite animal or something? Or
Sure.
Place in the States or what?
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite animal.
You have a favorite state though, right?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I can't spell, is that? Pick a long word.
Expression. It's open, right? Interactive expression.
Yeah.
It's open, because you have to
Yeah,
have that up
it's
there,
already
the toolbar,
custom
right?
tools, yeah.
So now you're just gonna put words in that picture.
So you have to.
Alright, so there's 6 lists, so everything's there. I hit
I
stop.
don't really get what we're doing.
You wanna retry? No. Okay, there's our results. Here's the word seed. And there they are, right on your desktop. A little hard to read because of the
Yeah.
picture I showed. So that's a neat neat idea too.
Yeah,
It's
because
still-
National Geographic has a picture of the day, and it's always kind of fun to do stuff like that. But you'd have to import the picture, you couldn't just do it right from the website.
Well, if the website was open,
Uh-huh.
and then it would be on top of that, and then the neat part would be with that, you could use the snipping tool
Oh.
and take a picture of that results. Like now, you just click here, and everything's gonna gray out.
Oh,
And
you
it's
know
a
about
new.
that button?
And then, if I want this to be my picture, it now saves it as a JPEG. Plus, you can write on it or highlight, like this is a pen, I could actually use a customized color, or if I really needed a thick, there's blue, guys.
Yeah.
And I could, draw to it, or I could circle places on the picture, like if you're talking about certain capitals or states, or you can highlight words, or you can erase it, and then you can copy it, save it, print it, do anything you want. Oh, this is an actual JPEG that you can actually save and put back into like a worksheet if you wanted to do a review test, or, there's all kinds of possibilities. But this is on all Windows 7 machines. It's called the snipping tool.
I didn't know about that snipping tool.
It is sweet because print screens only, you have to do so much editing.
You
where
gotta
this allows you
size
to
it all
choose.
the time and.
Yeah, and it's under, if you've never used it, you have to go to all programs. And then you have to go to accessories. And once you're in accessories, it's called snipping tool. We use it a lot. I teach all my classes how to use it because to me you can have it as small or as big as you need to, and you can use it for anything. And you can paste it right into a worksheet, you can keep it as a picture, when we do scanning and things like that, you can crop it. All kinds of other things that come to mind. That was a neat one, I hadn't thought about that. And yeah, you could do it on import the picture and put it on a flip chart and save it that way. Yeah, because then you could use it again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if I just wanted to do it from the website, I could do it that way too. Just, put the picture up and ask them to type in a prediction or an inference. Something like that. Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah. And then you can save this, archive the picture as your evidence.
That's right.
What was that snipping tool found in again?
If you go to
Accessories.
all programs and then accessories. So it's kind of like, it's pretty close to the bottom of the list, or, it's right in all these folders. So, if you forget, email me, come up, I'll show you. Okay, well, I don't want to keep you long, but if you have other questions, we can deal with them, otherwise we'll be good to go.
I learned a lot tonight.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I like that you just do one thing at a time. No,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Not sure if I remember.
Well, like we went last year, a lot of us went, but then